My special guest today is Ustarz Mustepha Atawodi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So if you've not followed us on our social media handles, please, I beg of you to follow us on our Facebook at Din, on TikTok at din.din29. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel under the comment section below. Do this, by that you encourage us to do more. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to tell the youths, he said, Ya mashar al-shabab, man istata' minkum bawata falyatazawwaj. Any of you that has the ability and the capacity to get married, please get married. Our topic of discussion today is on Nikah. So my question now is, what are the requirements that we need to meet up to before we pick this wife? And what type of a woman are you supposed to pick as a Muslim? Over to you, Ustarz.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, marriage is something that has been ordained by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, because we are instructed by Allah to get married to a woman of our choice. In that case, you will not just jump into the issue of marriage. Okay, there is a kind of preparation, and then there are some requirements as well. Number one, the ability. From the hadith you just quoted, Prophet said, Ya ma'shara shabab man istata'a minkum al-ba'a falyatazawwaj fa innahu aghaddu lil-basari wa ahsan lil-faraj. From this hadith, Prophet has categorically indicated and shown that it's not something you just go into it. There must be that readiness. There must be that ability to get married. One, ba'a there, according to scholars of Islam, has two meanings. One, sexual ability. Because even if you are well-to-do, you are rich, you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and then you are not actually a man, you happen to be an impotent, may Allah protect us from that, then there's no way you will get married, because no woman will be with you if you are not actually a man. So, two, financial strength. Because you must take care of a woman. You must be able to accommodate her, to clothe her, and also to feed her. And then before going into marriage, even if you are financially buoyant, and then you have the sexual capability, there is what we call istikhara. Go for istikhara first. After that, go for genotype test. Is very, very key. Genotype is very, very key. Some people, due to myopic view, will be asking that, Ustarz, if you are saying that it is necessary for us to go into genotype test before getting married, what about our fathers and our forefathers? They did not do the genotype, and then they got married happily. I say, who told you that they got married happily? Some of them were affected. Some of their children died. You never can tell what led to that. So for this, if you are AS, you cannot, as a man, your genotype is AS. You cannot marry a woman that is AS, because two of you will end up giving born to SS, sickle cell. And it's a very serious issue, because it's something that has no cure. Islamically, we believe that Prophet says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not send any sickness to the earth except that he will send the cure. But this sickle cell of a thing is something that has to do with bone marrow, red blood cell, that nothing can change it except Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. But if you are AS as a man, you can marry a woman that is AA, no problem. So genotype is very, very important. These are some of the requirements before one gets into marriage. Allahu Akbar.
So we are moving to the next topic, which is the type of woman a Muslim to pick.
Yes,
as a wife.
Yes, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us this in the hadith where he says, "Tunkahul mura'atu li arba." People married for four reasons. One, lidiniha, you marry a woman because of her deen, wa lijamaliha, because of her beauty. Everybody wants to marry a beautiful and elegant woman. Agreed, there's no problem in that. And Prophet said, وَلِنَسْبِهَا وَلِحَسْبِهَا, you also marry a woman because of her background. Maybe she's of a royalty. If she's from a royal family, you marry the princess, you'll be proud of yourself, fine. But Prophet said, alaykum bizatidin, I am personally advising you to marry a religious woman. Because if you marry a religious woman, you will never regret marrying her. Wallahu alam. And it is from this point of view that Sheikh Nasruddin Albani is saying that here you cannot marry a non-Muslim. Because a non-Muslim can never be a religious woman that Prophet ﷺ has directed us to marry. Wallahu ta'ala alam. And if you are marrying a non-Muslim as a wife, you are making a tremendous mistake, because if peradventure you die before her, she'll take your children back to church, or she'll take them back to her own religion. Wallahu alam. So marrying a religious woman is what Prophet has already chosen for us. Wallahu ta'ala alam.
Yes, but some scholars still agreed on this: a Muslim to marry another a woman that is not of Islam.
Yes, there is a verse like that in Surah Al-Ma'idah. We are not disputing that. Okay. But I want to bring to your notice that a scholar, Hafiz Dimaki, in his book, Al-Ittiqan fi Ulum al-Quran, was written by Imam Suyuti, but Zumratu Ittiqan fi Ulum al-Quran was written by this scholar, Hafiz Dimaki. In that book, he was trying to argue out that an authentic hadith can abrogate a verse in the Quran. Wow. People were funded to hear that, because Allah says, "Man nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiha nati bi khairin minha aw misliha alam ta'lam anna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir." That there's never a time we'll remove a verse from the Quran except we'll replace it with another verse better than that, or equivalent to it. But he said an authentic hadith can abrogate a verse in the Quran. Wow. And they asked for it. I said yes. Now, if you want me to answer this question, I will answer this question by asking you another question. And he says, Quran is from who? They say Quran is from Allah. What about hadith is from who?
Allah also.
Allah also. But due to their own myopic view, they say it's from the Prophet. They say no. Allah says, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Prophet doesn't talk on his accord. Whatever he says is an inspiration from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Then any authentic hadith that has been authenticated by scholars of hadith is also from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Since Prophet said, alaykum bizati din, that means that verse we are quoting in Surah Al-Ma'idah, that wal muhsanatu min allazina utul kitabi hilul lakum. Albani says, are they religious? No. And Ibn Umar said he has never seen an unbeliever like anybody who is saying that Allah, that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Therefore, you cannot marry a Christian woman, because she is not a religious woman chosen for you by your Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Now, in a country like Saudi Arabia, if you are not alive, government will take the responsibility of your children. But in Nigeria, government cannot take care of you yourself, not talk of taking care of your children where you are no more. So whoever is going to marry a Christian as a wife is a kind of creating future problem for himself and the children. For instance, as a Muslim brother, you marry a Christian woman as your wife. If you travel for 2-3 months, you want to tell me that she's going to be encouraging your children to be going to the masjid and be observing salat, it will be difficult. And if you die before her, that is all. Wallahu alam. So it's better you marry a Muslim woman, because that is the religious one Prophet ﷺ has chosen for us. Wallahu alam.
Jazakallah khair, ya Ustaz.